Call hello Yahweh, Shemi Awashab, Bashimar Kalkurdash. Alright, once again, double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well. Also, salutations go out to the fellow Akim that are out there on the highways and byways, pushing the truth across the four corners of the earth, trying to wake up the remaining, hopefully. Hey, like I always say, time is short. All you have to do is be paying attention to the news that's elsewhere. Don't get caught up in your local news. That's just stuff that's just filler shit, you know. No, you need to be RT that are foreign. You'll get more truth into as what's going on, not this filtered shit. You know, you still have to be careful, but there are organizations out there that you can still, you know. But in any case, I'm sure people have seen the movie Leave the World Behind. Well, there's one teeny tiny scene in there that has these so-called white people, these Edomites, flustered. And it's the scene where Marshall Ali, I believe that's how you say his first name, and the young lady that plays his daughter in the film, I believe they're in the basement, and she's telling them how, you know, when everything goes to shit, first of all, not give out your trust so willy-nilly, but at the same time, don't trust white people. Oh, we got a problem now. And I'm thinking to myself, after all this shit you have done, you have the nerve to even open your mouth, to even try to... It just shows you how these people are just wicked, alright? They are experts at deflecting, at gaslighting. They really are. But, you know, then this also goes into white fragility. So I'm going to let him explain it here, because he does it better. Let's just face it. That's why he's got this, you know. But then I'm going to just add scriptures to it like I always do. Hey, but since I said that, let's get this... I'm using someone else's work as a tool, as a teaching tool. This is copyright disclaimer under section 1. Right. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All right, so there you have it. All right, I don't intend to profit off of this whatsoever. I just use this as a teaching tool, like I said. All right, so let's go here. This is the amazing Lucas, who used to be, you know, a right-winger. But like I said, you know, he goes in on it. Just listen.
They are this fragile?
Apparently so.
So, I had to watch Leave the World Behind. That is correct. Because there is a whole ruckus of people talking about, this is anti-white racism, okay, this is disgusting. And naturally, I have to see, okay, if there's any validity to these claims, these allegations. I watch movies and, surprise, no, there's not. no, there's not. Let me just say, the movie is very much fodder for conspiracy nut jobs, especially since it was produced by the Obamas, excuse me. So obviously, there's a whole bunch of people who are reading what's going on the screen. They're probably pausing, reading the numbers. Oh, can this be? His actual message, I would argue, to black people. I'm going to talk about that later in the video, but for right now, we have to get into the wicked and evil nature that is these demons. Because with this anti-white racism, and mind you, anti-white racism is as real as the Easter Bunny, okay? As a matter of fact, I would argue the Easter Bunny is more real than anti-white racism. What everyone is crying about is this one scene. And in this scene, you have a father and his daughter, and she's relating to her father that, hey, you can't be doling out trust to everyone. especially not white people.
If the world falls apart, trust should not be doled out easily to anyone, especially white people.
And that's true.
That is it. I kid you not. I kid you not. This is what they are screaming and reading about. This is what they are trying to claim victimhood over. Oh my God, it's always okay to attack white people, but this is never okay if we attack anyone else.
Netflix is gonna Netflix. You know you can't have a Netflix original if you don't have some sort of lesson about racism in there, right? And this racist line is included. Imagine if the roles were reversed.
Yeah, get a load of this.
They have a memorial to George Floyd. Oh my gosh! George Floyd Memorial Line. Look at that. They got a Derek Chauvin George Floyd Memorial.
Lesson about racism in there, right? Now,
Salaki, I apologize. Oh.
And includes a lot of racism, which we will go over here shortly. So what we're seeing now is, with movies like this, you better not trust white people. Oh,
Fine, bro.
Yeah.
Great violin playing. Really fine. Just victimhood. I want you to understand the psychotic break in reality you have to label yourself as a victim in this country. This is tantamount to like the Nazis saying, hey, we're the real victims to the Jews. Now,
Well,
let's add some
actually,
context, because this is how this propaganda
that's
gets
true.
out, especially on, neo-Nazis, Elon Musk's Twitter. What the context is that without spoiling the movie, there has been a blackout, okay? And the father and his daughter were in the middle of going blackout. Hey, they felt it was safe to drive back home. Now, what they have done is Airbnb their house. It's a nice house, okay? It's a really nice house. So, in the middle of the night, they come, knock back, like, hey, I'm sorry, but, I was wondering if we could stay for the night. Got it? Really cordial. Do you understand? Crazy cordial. More cordial than what I would have been. All right? Now, I'm pretty good. I know my way how to code switch and everything, but he is going above and beyond. And they're acting like, hey, can I go get a drink? Hey, can I get some coffee? This is how they're behaving. Now, mind you, the woman, the white family, is played by Julia Roberts. And Julia Roberts, she's one of those Karens, okay? She's one of those demons. And she's just like, what? All right, what? No? What? To the point where she doesn't even want them to stay there. They know that there's a blackout because their TV isn't working. None of the phone lines are working. She was contemplating not kicking them out of their own house, mind you.
Now you have to ask yourself, aren't those the characteristics of Edom when you go through their history? All right, that's why when you go to Sirach 12 chapter, it says never trust thine enemy, right? From 10 on down to 18, and it gives you an outline. So let's just get it to let you know who you're dealing with. All right. I mean, on point, it's telling you. It gives you the characteristics of your enemy. All right, that's why we know these scriptures are on point and true. All right, as 2 Ezra 15, 1 and 2 and 3 tells you. All right, these things. Let's see. Let's start at 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. The boldness of these devils, right, as he's describing. All right, we'll get to the Obamas later, all right, because it's something there, you have to know that he is related to these devils also. So there's something, hold on, I'll get to that later. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware. So his daughter was correct. You never trust these. This is talking about a certain nation of people here, all right? And thou shalt be unto him like the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. See, he's the one, the amazing Lucas here, that coined the phrase lineage of evil. This is what we're dealing with here. These are the wicked. All right, Malachi, first chapter, verses 1 through 4, is telling you, all right, the nation of Edom, all right, the red people, Adawamium, Edomites, they are the wicked. All right, okay, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. But by that time, it's too late. And this comes into play, verse 13. Who will pity? I'm telling you, I try not to be around these people as much as possible, given that, hey, you know, but to have little to do as possible with them folks. All right. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Like I said, at that point it's too late. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? I warned you. So, if you get fucked over, what do you expect me to say? Or any such as come nigh wild beast. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? That's the question. For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. Oh, yes. That devil, Norman Lear. All right, the thief that he is. But again, that's the character of an individual like that, and he's a small head. All right. What do you expect? This is first of all recognizing that you have an enemy, and right, and that's a lot of our people to this day don't want to accept. They're under that Babylon spell. 15. For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. And the enemy speaketh sweetly, and he's so good at mentioning his words. What they call articulate. All right, and they like to describe Jake. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart, and this is constant with him. Scriptures in let's go to Proverbs real quick. Is it? Let's try 4 and 16. I might have it reversed. But eat the bread and drink that, but no. Let's see. That's not it. I had it. Let's see. 16, 14. Nope. Let's try 12. Oh my goodness, I thought I had it. Let's see, hold on. Whoops, what the hell did I do? With these fat thumbs. Let's see. Oh, no, that's not, let's see. Alright. Okay, Proverbs. Oh, crap. Hold on. I know doggone well. Let's see. Here it is. I went right over it. Salakia. I had to get that though because I went right over it. Here it is. This is the wicked here. This is the soul. And these are if you're paying attention, this is him. It says, well, they sleep not except they have done mischief. And their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. This is what they were created for. They were the perfect devil or tool of the Most High. It tells you that in Psalms 17. Hold on. And we're dealing with the wicked. And this is what, prayer of David, in the shadow of your wings. All right, and he tells him in 13 here, he says, arise, O Most High, whose name is Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. And you know anything about King David, who was also a prophet, you know that he hated the nation of Edom. I mean, hated. When you go to Psalms 137, back, read all those chapters after that, and you get to 139. Him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So he is a tool. See, this devil likes to set up certain jakes, especially when you get into music industry. Oh man, and how they have, when you look at the conditions of Jake, now a large part of that is due to the music industry and how he has used our people that he props up, all right, in the entertainment industry, all right, to lead our own people astray. These are the idols that he has set up for our people. That's this devil. And when he's through with his tools, he likes to break them. He'll humiliate them in some way. Just think of all the entertainers that have been in trouble the last 30 years. Let's just say 30 years. It goes further back. I'm just going to stick it at 30 years. Some of you don't go back that far. All right, think about Michael Jackson. All right, think about, Bill Cosby. He would make, back in the day, late 60s, early 70s, he would come out with a lot of information. He had a few TV specials on the slave trade and all the dirt that he's eating. A lot of people forget about that. And then when he got to the point where he talked about buying a television station, oh, no, you've gone too motherfucking far. Because why? They had an agenda. Then that's when his son was killed, mysteriously. And then he gets all these charges. Some 20-something years later, all this shit comes up about him drugging women and shit. Again, these tools. And at some point, all right, he's going to teach you a lesson. Remember who's over you, boy. And that's what you're seeing him do. So, little does he know that he's a tool to the Most High, as I just read. All right, so let's go back to the video. I've yapped enough. Let's finish this out.
His name, but he goes out of his way because they were trying to get the liquor, trying to get into the liquor cabinet early on, but it's locked. This man goes over to the liquor cabinet. He's like, "Hey, you guys want a drink?" Gets the keys, right, that he has, opens the liquor cabinet. Just essential, just peace of mind, letting you know, hey, to the fact that it is their house, right? Even if you don't believe me, because obviously there's some trepidation there. Understand? Let me show you. Boom, got the keys, bro. She's talking to her husband because they're on vacation, talking about they could be the gardeners or something. Just oh my God, just absolutely, just diabolical, right? Just assuming, hey, this is too nice for y'all, bro. This house is a little too nice for you guys, okay? Like, I feel like you guys are thugs. You guys.
He should get a little money and he thinks he's risen above his circumstance. No. First of all, you are still an American. You are still perceived, and this is the important part, because what you think is what the other people think. Your enemy, all right, because you are still in captivity, all right. We still have to go to this motherfucker for everything, and that's Deuteronomy 28 and 48, all right. That's the way this is set up. We're not out of here yet, so no. What your stature or status in this society is. I remember the story about, I can't remember the comedian's name. He and a friend were talking one day, and because he was an Eddie Murphy fan, and he just mentioned to his friend how he admired Eddie Murphy and pretty much wanted to be like him. Buddy was like, well, why would you want to be like Eddie Murphy? And he was like, well, why not? Well, he's famous, he's rich. And his friend said, yeah, but he's a nigger. And if you remember that scene in Goodfellas with Joe Pesci and the late Ray Liotta, where they're in this club, and I think it was Nat King Cole singing, and he expressed the same sentiment, you know. Joe Pesci, he said, oh, he's a nigger, you know, talking about Nat King Cole. So, yeah, you still have that, you know. But our people still, they want to try their hardest. And what he's explaining here, he went out of his way, you know, to show them courtesy, you know, in his house, by the way, went out of his way, and still, he could be the gardener, you know, or, you know, a janitor, whatever. Waste all the energy, right? These people are never, ever, they are incapable, all right, of love, first and foremost. They have no empathy, therefore they can't sympathize with anyone. You see, we're talking about the same people. No matter what they call themselves, they are still the nation of Edom. And look what they're doing to those people. The last count I heard was a little over 19,000. These are the people you know, they went well far and beyond. You know, they saved 1,400 and something of their people, so the Israelis were killed. And we know that was bullshit. This whole thing was set up. The nature of the person that you're dealing with. Like he said,
All of this, but they're very cordial with it. They go so far as to sleep in the basement. Now, the basement is very nice. Once again, it's a really nice house. They sleep in the basement of their own house. Now, this goes on a second day. Now, this is when this scene takes place, where the daughter's like, yo, don't be too nice. Because the father's like, hey, this is the right thing to do. Okay? He's like, and she says, hey, you so nice that we're sleeping.
And this is what gets Jake in trouble. This is the right thing to do. Or, what is he really saying? This is the Christian thing to do. Not realizing, of course, that was the reason why that was all called plantation all set up to begin with. It's for control. See, I know that I can do just about anything to you Negroes, and because of Christianity, high percentage in the 80s, maybe 90s, you're going to forgive me. Yeah.
The basement of our own house, but this is the second night this has happened. And he's like, well, okay, this, you know, but this was the right thing to do. And she's like, don't let that niceness, right? That niceness is going to screw you over. That's what's going to happen. And that's when she says, hey, don't trust, you can't be just giving out trust to everybody, especially not white people. Because given the experience that they gave this black family, that's what she said. That, hey, and it's crazy to imagine, I want you to understand this. Given the history of this country and the relationship we have currently,
and that's a good point he's making. I apologize for this damn commercial again.
Given the history of this country and the relationship we have currently, she has every right to say that. Every right. From the laws, from slavery, Jim redlining, the Fugitive Slave Act, Homestead Act, we can go GI Bill, to most recently, bro, do you understand that there are just absolute saltines on this planet who are still advocating for Derek Chauvin? They're so wicked and evil, they had Candace Owens, they funded her to do a documentary, a Huff piece on Derek Chauvin. That's what they did. Now, I want you to understand, now they want to turn around and say, what do we do? Why are you guys attacking us? This is evil that we're having this in the movie. I'm sorry. Are you crazy? You.
And that's just it. That's why you can't trust these politicians that are set up. All right. As an example, just a few short years ago, you had this give you, what the hell was that? I had something lined up here. Hold on. Oh boy. Hold on. It always happens when I get into, let's see. There we go. Let's see. That's a disclaimer, but I had something else. Hold on. We're talking about white fragility. All right. And this is them. This is what he's talking about. How is it me? You know, white fragility refers to the defensiveness, denial, and invalidation of white people's responses to the mention of racism. All right. It gives you examples there. All right. It says even an indirect accusation of racism could leave you feeling shaken and misunderstood. You might express these feelings. Now, why is this? It says angrily insisting you aren't racist, demanding to know why everything has to be about race, because everything in this country was about race, starting an argument or twisting events to make it seem as if the other person is in the wrong. What is that called? Well, never mind. It says crying, explaining how guilty, ashamed, or sad you feel leaving. But you had this demon. Let me see. I really didn't. Damn it. I hate doing this. Let's see. Yeah, but I ain't going to. Not now. Alright. Let's see. Where the hell? Let's see. God dang it. I'm going to have to do it the hard way. Let's see. Uh, oh boy. Let's see if it'll come up. I'm with Condoleezza Rice. Let's see. What was the one I was just, let's see. Time, Christian Post, Wikipedia, what was it? The Guardian. I think it was it the Atlanta Black Star? Let's see. Damn it. Nope. This is it, but let's see if I want to do a little clip. I'm trying. Yeah, they're looking for all on the view. So like it's taking so much time. But I just want you to hear her say this shit. Here it is. Over 2 years ago now. This is it. Yeah, okay. This is what I had reserved. Oh, come on. I should have. Damn. Man. Here it is. Let's see if it'll play the video though. This is what she says. White kids shouldn't be made to feel bad. They have no power whatsoever. Why? Because you were See, this is Zechariah 11 and 5. They're talking, if you remember that history, all right, that brought back the Klan. And our people started being in excess. Yes. The invisible empire.
No. So absolutely, when it comes to trust, if we're going to be giving out trust to people, absolutely, we're going to look a little side-eye when it comes to some of you guys.
Ain't no little about it.
All of you, but I understand.
Never trust thine enemy.
And for every John Brown that's like, hey, this isn't right, there's 50 of them that are like, hey, shut up. And due to the deception that you had with us, we're going to be a little hesitant when it comes to just giving you our trust. When it comes to present day, these things and you manipulate them for your advantage. You say, hey, we're going to help you. We got you. Look what we did. And sure enough, you happened. Was it black people who were at January 6th? Was it black people? Should have been. We have more than enough reasons to protest, okay? More than enough. To a state soldier, in which what happens now, they are now trying to defend. They have hatred in their hearts, okay? As the scripture says, as the same.
Again, that's biblical, bro. Alright? That's biblical. Let's go to, says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Edom and upon the people of my curse to judgment. These are your so-called white people. The sword of the Most High Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Most High, whose name is Yahweh, hath a sacrifice in Basra. Basra, right, which is represents wherever alright, where their power structure is to this day, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Alright, which is just what I just said. Alright. Alright, and alright, prophecy against Ammon, prophecy against Moab, prophecy against Edom. That Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended, and revenged himself upon them. Therefore thus saith the Most High, they of Dan shall fall by the sword, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger, and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance. Say, oh, and let's not forget, it's a lot of judgment with dyed garments from Basra. Didn't I just tell you about Basra being, it represents, all right, I've trodden the wine press alone, and of the people there was none with me, and I will tread them with mine anger. That tells you just much slaughter. Many, many dead. For you people that are in these churches talking about, oh, happy day and all that bullshit. That plantation Christianity crap. You're still in bondage. Alright? John 8:32. Let's get that. That's what we're trying. That's what we're out here on the highways and byways trying to do. To free our people by giving them what? The truth. John 8:32 tells you what? and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Wow. Continuing on.
As the same scripture that they read, they have come to kill, steal, and destroy. That's what
John
they
10
come
and
to do.
10. John 10
So
and 10.
all this fragility over this one scene, you can miss me with this nonsense. I like at this point, I don't even care. Cry, because there's nothing you can do about it.
Nope.
This goes back to the real message, and I would argue the real message is very much directed at black people, and that is, yo, this nicely nice stuff ain't gonna work out, Pepe. It's not gonna work out. And there's a point in the movie that I would say it exemplifies this to just. And there's a point, not to spoil anything, but his son, the white family's son, gets sick. Fortunately, the roads are all backed up, right? So the hospitals are backed up. So they go to the neighbor. Neighbor's a white guy. Now, the reason why he's a neighbor, right, is because the black guy, Marshall, I forgot his name, Marshall Ali, the neighbor, the white neighbor, was the contractor. And he's been on several projects with the black neighbor, Ali. So he's like, don't worry, I know him, I've known him for a minute, he's usually prepared, yada, yada, yada.
Might sound crazy, but you can actually make passive income right now.
So he's like, don't worry, I know him, I've known him for a minute, mentally prepared, yada, yada, yada. He goes over there, and he's like, yo, we need medicine for his kid. He's like, yo, I can't help you. He comes out with a shotgun, I can't help you. And what happens, it gets to a point, because Ali has a gun too, so now there's a standoff. And he's like, yo, you need medicine. He's like, I can't help you, I can't help you. And the rando white guy.
Haven't we always stressed this very point? That this day that it's coming, this is how it's going to be. Your so-called friends that you thought you knew that this is going to happen.
He's played by, I forgot his name. But he steps in the middle of them. And he talks. Ali's neighbor, he doesn't know this dude from a hole in the wall. Doesn't know him from a hole in the wall. But he manages. Says, hey, I'm just trying to help my son. Please, I beg of you, I need help. This thing needs the neighbor who's played by Kevin Bacon to lower the gun and help him. Now, I want you to think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Just face value, right? Black guy. Entire life. He's your neighbor. You know him. You know him by his first name. This random white guy. You had more in common with this random white dude than you had with the black member you know your entire time being there. Done business with them. Probably had family dinners, everything.
Because, like we've always tried to stress to you, it's going to come down to them versus us. Let's get that. You got to get it in the scripture now. And this is the point where it's coming. We go to Isaiah 13th chapter. What does it tell you at the top? The judgment. All right. I'll start at the top. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the sea, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. All right. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Most High Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, mustereth the host of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Most High. Howl ye, for the day of the Most High is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. What's happy about this day? I'm still trying to... It says, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. Oh, you are in for it. Let me tell you something about some of these people that come from other lands. Americans are spoiled rotten. Rotten. They're not used to, despite all the praise heaped upon them, they're not used to living especially in the cities. These will be death traps. Literally. Not prepared for that. Trust me, not prepared for that. Again, these people are so spoiled. People around, I've been in other countries, you know. The pride of the, oh my goodness. But all this is going to work against you. Hey, it says that too, you know. We are actually in 2nd Ezra's 15th chapter, all right. It says, to be in pain as a woman that travaileth. You ever seen a woman and going through the labor pains and everything? And then the big ones start to hit because space in between gets smaller and smaller. It says, they shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Most High Yahweh cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger. Still not seeing happy anywhere in that. And desolate. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will call to cease. What did I just say about proud Americans? Proud, fat Americans. All right. Being poisoned day in and day out. A lot of them don't even realize it. They think they got it good, per 2nd Ezra 16 and 18. All right, about victuals being so good, cheap. All right. And I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Pride goeth before a fall, right? Proverbs. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Isaiah 32nd chapter, verse 2. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place, in the wrath of the Most High Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. All right, and here's my point I was trying to make. 14, and it shall be as the chase rope, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, they shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Because, hey, when these that oath for these people, the guard, the armed forces, to defend this country against enemies, foreign and domestic. All right, so they're going to roll. Isaiah 59:19, it will come in as a flood. It tells you that also in 2nd Ezra 16th chapter. Start at 70. All right. And in doing so, they're going to be primarily after a certain group of people. And that's where it says in that 2nd Ezra 16th chapter, then you shall know who are my chosen. All right. So, there you go. Let's finish this on out.
Probably had family dinners, everything. There was more in common with that white dude.
There you go.
That he lowered his gun, and it did a little barter.
It's called being on code. I often say and try to stress that one of the things that effective against us, you have to remember, racism. All right. Racism is a team. Team effort, a team spirit as a sport. We have no team. We are still under the curses. All right. There's no like be on code. There is no we're still being cursed. We're still being punished. All right. The good thing is those curses are starting to be transferred as we, Deuteronomy. Let's see, hold on. 30 and 7. Hold on. All right. And the Lord, the Most High Yahweh, thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies. Because remember, 28 tells you from 15, 16, actually through 68, those are the curses. All right, and 15 tells you, well, if you do not obey the law, statutes, and commandments, that these curses will fall curses. And these are these curses, as it says here, and the Most High Yahweh, thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. All right, and as Isaiah 14 will tell you, all right, he's done so with a continual stroke. He never let up, and that's what he was getting, making reference to earlier. It's not just about chattel slavery that you say ended in 1865. No, it's all this other shit that you did since Jim Crow, redlining, all that other shit. Those so-called, well, not so-called, those amendments, 13, 14, 15, all that so-called legislation that's supposed to benefit us, but didn't. The GI Bill, all that shit. We didn't get, after World War II, didn't get to, because everything that was done was orchestrated so that we could not obtain generational wealth. It was designed that way. Like I say, I always make reference to, I don't have it on me right now, but it's a little book I carry with me in my pack. It's called How White Folks Got So Rich. Buy it, read it. It's like a line item type shit, tells you what they did, blah, 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 blah. Even highway construction under Eisenhower in the early 50s, that was all, what? Keeping these so-called, blacks on the established roots. That was the whole thing behind that. All right, so it's all this shit that's continually happening, but who are you dealing with? Let's get this. Who are you dealing with? At the end of the day, this, a parasite. It says we, and the guy's name is Aaron David Gordon. We are a parasitic people. We have no roots in the soil. There is no ground beneath our feet, and we are parasites, not only in an economic sense, but in spirit, in thought, in poetry, in literature, and in our virtues, our ideals, our higher human aspirations, because they are the fucking wicked. All right? All right, continuing on.
There was more in common given medicine than he had with the black man. And that goes to show your daughter said, listen, that niceness that come to you, it's not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen. As quick as these people will smile in your face, they will stab you in your back. It is what it is.
Sirach.
Passion, you can't be doling out forgiveness like they did with the Amber Geiger. Oh, we just gotta forgive.
That was disgusting.
That compassion, any of that forgiveness when it comes to you.
There you go.
It won't happen. It's like, hey, y'all have got to get your act right.
Yep.
You gotta get that act right.
Yep.
Because no one cares. All right? No one cares. And if you haven't seen that point into where we are right now as a collective, I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe, why you gotta make it about race? Okay. It definitely was. Do you hear what they said? What haven't they said about black people? Huh? What haven't they said about that? Or if you have to believe, y'all have said that about black people. What do you mean? There's tons of movies that have said that about black people. There's tons of politicians. There's tons of celebrities. There are tons of people all over the planet that have been caught on camera saying that. Judges, actors, lawyers, politicians. What are we talking about? You have. And you've shown as much by your laws, your policies, your what you label as our culture. Yeah, you definitely have. And once again, I'm not making it racial. I'm just making an observation. Now, you're more than welcome to call in during Disagreement Day. If you happen to disagree,
55 minutes there. I didn't expect that long, but this is the thing that our people need to understand. This place was a place where we could get rich, relax, again, the curses. When you go to Deuteronomy 28 and 65, let's go there. All right. Where do you think all this is coming from? You think this is, I was trying, it's like, what else describes what's going on with our people? I mean, pinpoint accuracy. It says, verse 65, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot. So when you get a Jake, the police is behind him, come on now. But the Most High shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. 66, and thy life have none assurance of thy life. There you go. And if you can't, you know, after all we out there on the highways, it will be explained to you. But I'm talking about these scoffers and mockers, because they can't see it. It must not be, because they're like that. You know, the sun and the moon rises from their ass, so we should worship them. But in any case, I'm going to leave it right there. That's, again, leave white fragility. Secret message to black people. Oh, one more thing before called hold on. Method. All right. I said, dang it. Revelation of the method. All right. Let's see. Counterpunch.org. DC. Michael Hoffman. Let's see. Let's see. They have to tell you before they do these things. All right, but it's how they tell you, which is pretty much left up to them. And usually in cases like this movie, all right, this is what it's doing. All right, let's see. You know it as predictive programming. All right, but this is another name for it. Revelation of the method. CIA Director William Casey is reputed to have said to Ronald Reagan, "We'll know our disinformation is complete when everything the American public believes is false." Fast forward 30 years, and there's no piece of fiction the masses will not swallow. From woke to COVID to the war in Ukraine, people no longer make their own ideological pilgrimages to the truth. The truth is served oven ready by their political betters. Nowadays, there's little distinction between the two hemispheres, reality and illusion. It's not so much that people have been robbed of their ability to decipher between these two, it's that facts have been reoriented into fiction and fiction into facts. It's a degradation of epistemology to momentous, so momentous that people don't even know that they don't know what's happening, to quote one former anarchist. In the grand scheme of things, humanity has perjured themselves, and life as we know it has morphed into a sort of science fiction soap opera with few common ancestors to reality. That's what they do. They are masters of deception. But that's predictive, right? So with that, once again, Leave the World Behind, the movie, a little breakdown of it. So with that, hey, until the next video, and remember, continue to pray. All right. So with that, shalom.